This screencast is on Percy Shelley's Ozymandias, first published in 1818. Ozymandias was the Greek name for the pharaoh Ramses II of Egypt, considered by many to be the greatest pharaoh to ever rule the Egyptians. The legs belong to a statue of him that has been destroyed over the centuries. Let's begin by looking at the poem. I met a traveler from an antique land, in other words, a very old country, who said 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. In other words, the bottom of a ruined statue, kind of like what you see here. Near them, on the sand, half sunk a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read. In other words, the sculptor was really good at capturing the coldness and the pride of the person he's sculpting. Um, which yet survive stamped on these lifeless things the hand that mocked them. And by mocking them it means copying them, so that the sculpture or the sculptor who sculpted the image and the heart that fed, in other words the heart that inspired that sculptor to do what he did. So the head of the statue lies in the sand nearby. You can tell by the facial features that the person was powerful and proud, an important leader. But now the head lies half buried in the sand, part of this ruined statue. And on the pedestal these words appear: My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. What a terrific double meaning Shelley is giving this inscription. Think about what it meant when the statue was complete, towering over everything else in the desert. No matter how powerful of a leader you were, you would look at it and despair of ever having the power that Ramses II had. He is saying that you should bemoan the fact that you are not and never will be as powerful as he is. It is a saying that exhibits pride and scorn and immense power, all wrapped up in 15 words. But now, think about the words in their present context. The statue is in ruins, slowly being eroded by the blowing sand. So, how does that change the meaning of the inscription? Because we look at his works now and despair. We look at this ruin of what once was and we despair. We're saddened. It's not about pride and power anymore, but about the fleetingness of that power. The monument to the once mighty king, in fact, the most mighty king ever to rule Egypt, is now in ruin, destroyed by time and the patient scouring sands of the desert. To me, this is like one of those optical illusion images. I mean, do you see 2 faces in this image, or do you see the vase? In this type of image, we are forced to see 2 things at once. The same goes for this poem. We are forced to see infinite power and the power of infinity both at the same time. It really is a wonderful little poem.